I started out originally just as a circus performer. That would be, I'd classify as my main background. And through my education as a circus performer, I had experienced a lot of different disciplines, be it acrobatics, partner acrobatics, aerial, dance, physical theatre, corporeal mime, object manipulation, all the things that go into the education of a successful circus artist. Now, through that, I got to travel the world and was exposed to a lot of other training, exposed to a lot of my peers who also come from similar yet different backgrounds. And then we begin to see that how these things interlink together. Now, due to injury, I've sort of changed career, that instead of being a performer, I've taken a step back from performing and I work as coaching people, and I'm able to use all these separate disciplines to feed into one. I'm not going to say holistic, because that'd be very egotistical to claim, but a very varied and large and wide movement practice. Now, there's a lot of pitfalls that are going to happen over the next couple of years that, you know, if you're watching this and you're watching my stuff, you think movement's cool. I think movement's cool. I've done a lot of it over my life. In fact, I've been moving more than I have not been. And that's awesome. But we need to realize that there's people out there who just are going to jump on and because it's a cool thing, it's TRX, and then it's gone. Whereas if we look and if we build connection and community and really strengthen and find the links that are common to us and also expand our sphere and bring people into that, we can have something that's long lasting and interesting and will develop and build its own voice, and maybe we can change the way people think of fitness, think of exercise, get away from maybe that paradigm and bring them into more practices that promote longevity, that promote happiness, that promote movement complexity, intelligence, all these interesting things that are kind of neglected by fitness, that is just selling you a kind of a small solution and a small subset of what is actually possible for the human body. And it would be a shame to go through life if we couldn't explore that. And it would be a shame for it to die out in 2 years' time. Whereas if we build those connections and build it strong, it's growing steam, and it's just a matter of building on it and not realizing that we don't need to keep it to ourselves, but we can share and expand and grow and take people in. That's where we want this to go. At least I think so. That's where I want it to go, and that's where I hope you people watching it want it to go. If we went back 20 years ago, if you wanted to learn to break dance, if you were lucky and could find a dance group that was doing it, you could go and learn from them. But if you didn't have access to the internet and couldn't find these groups, then there was no way for you to learn. But whereas YouTube has left us with videos that we can see these people breakdancing, parkour, yoga, and we can learn from them, and then we can also use the internet to connect with these people. We can find out there's other people in our locale who are interested in this thing, and we can connect and we can build those connections. And then it's a logical step that people who think all the cool stuff like handstands, tumbling, flipping, they see that and they want to learn it. They realize that it's not just limited to the Cirque du Soleil performers who are, you know, grown up as gymnasts, that they too can learn it. And that's what I think is spurring the growth, that a lot of people want the cool stuff, but I think in some ways they're missing the important stuff. That while we think of movement, now we want to be able to say stand on our hands, or we want to stand on one hand. It's like, can you stand on one leg? Like, these are the questions you must ask yourself. That, you know, I want to do a backflip. That's cool. Can you do a backward roll? Can you just walk backwards? And these are the kind of things that will, hopefully, movement will circle around and come away from the gymnastic strength training, the lizard crawls, and come back to a more holistic conception of what a human being is, what we're actually capable, and what is common to all of us as humans that we may have discarded along the way. For me, one of the most important things is to actually get rid of excessive muscular tension, that we can become relaxed in our body. Now, there's a lot of ways we can do that. We can do it with meditation, we can do it rolling on the floor, we can just do it with trying to correct bad patterns, bad standing patterns, bad sitting patterns. But once you get rid of this excessive muscular tension, you will begin to feel lighter in your body, you will align better. Once your body's better aligned, your body's looser, doesn't carry that tension, then a lot more movement and the potential mobility will open up for you without actually needing to stretch. A lot of these times when you're stretching, if you have this excessive muscular tension, you're just going to be fighting your body. You won't actually gain anything. Whereas if we clear that pattern and we clear the tension for whatever reason it is, there's a lot of reasons behind what it could be, so I'm not going to cover them now, but once you get rid of them, suddenly you will be more mobile, you'll be more flexible, you'll move through life with a better sense of grace, a better sense of ease in your body. We're always balancing the body, be it walking down the street, be it in a handstand, be it in gymnastic rings, be it at the nightclub. We are balancing our body. Now, for a lot of people, they don't have a sense of balance. Their equilibrioception is reliant more on their visual system than their actual sense of body. So we're going to do a drill just to show this. So we're going to take our hands, we're going to put them behind our back, we're going to lift our leg up, and now we're going to close our eyes. We're going to see how long we can balance for. As you'll see, I imagine a lot of you are falling all around the place, because that is quite a difficult drill in some ways. So if you're at your desk, please stand up and give it a go. Practice. A nice goal with that would be 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed, balanced on each leg. And then just see how your sense of balance changes. In your handstands, everything will change, trust me on that.